Hey guys, I kind of want to talk to you a little bit tonight. My slogan that's kind of caught on, if you will, is find your drive. Uh, that means so much more than just in the trapping world. That's life in general. I truly believe that people today are capable of far more than what they think they are. Uh, I think in general, um, people hit a certain point and they think they can't do it anymore. They can't go any harder or any farther. And I was at that point several years ago too when I first started, pushing myself hard on this raccoon line. It's like there's no way that I could do any more or any better. Uh, but since then, I've gotten more efficient, pushed myself harder, and learned that I'm far more capable of what I thought I could. And I truly believe that aspect goes across everything in life for most people. Uh, we just, a lot of people find almost excuses to give up or to be done with things. And uh, it wasn't that long ago. That's longer than I think, but it doesn't seem like that long ago. Someone a lot smarter than me, that's been doing this a lot longer than I could even fathom, told me that a season is won in the shop. Your season is success by the amount of work you do in the shop. And at first, I thought, yeah, no way. You got to be out there, you got to be setting steel, you got to be covering ground. And that's true too. But as I grew up and I matured, if you will, at least somewhat, uh, I've learned how true that statement really is. Here we are at 12:15, 12:30 in the morning, uh, working traps, checking, make sure swivels are all functioning, making sure the J hooks are all closed on all those traps, checking trap tags, firing each and every one of them to make sure they go smoothly. Uh, there's so much work that goes into this preseason that I don't think a lot of people quite wrap their head around. Uh, it truly is, your season is won in the shop by how much prep work and how much homework, if you will, that you get done. And I think that, like I said, goes for a lot of aspects in life. It's not just trapping. Uh, Sacrifices have to be made. Um, most of my sacrifice is sleep. Like I said, it's 12. I think, yeah, 12:18 right now. My work alarm goes off at 5:30. So, I'm gonna be tired tomorrow, but I'm always tired. That's part of it. I'll take one day a week and I kind of crash and sleep in just a little bit, but we're always working and you're always pushing yourself to do better, to be more efficient. And I hope more people learn to do that. Just like I said, in this day and age, I think a lot of people just quit on themselves and quit too easily. Uh, I think people have a lot more in the tank than what they realize. I know I certainly have over these last few years. When I first shot, wanted a goal of 1,000 coon, that year I caught 162. And I thought, man, there's just no way. It's impossible for someone to do this. How are these guys before me, catching 4,000? And the next year was 283, I think. And it's like, man, there's still just no way. But I still learned and I improved. I did more homework. The homework, I truly believe that is what makes this a successful season. The amount of preparation, and that's not just, getting traps ready, but that's scouting. That's the little things that we overlook a lot of the times. How can I be more efficient? How can I be more prepared? For an example, I always carry an extra pair of hip boots with me in case I was to rip one. A small first aid kit because I don't want to have time to stop and go back out later if something happens. You just got to kind of evolve yourself to be prepared for anything, and a lot of that just comes with experience, in my opinion. Uh, but it's one of those things that I hope some people are able to find their drive because it's kind of tough when you see it sometimes with the modern society that people just quit so easily. It's kind of frustrating to me, and that's actually what inspired Iowa Trapper. For those of you who don't know, uh, when the first year I caught 1,000 raccoons, I was getting hit a lot with, man, it must be nice to not have a job or to not have a family to take care of. And I had both. Yeah, I take vacation for a good chunk of my season, but I still have to come home to a family every single night and take care of them. So that's why I started this, was kind of to prove that you can do so much more if you truly want to. Uh, but that doesn't come without sacrifice, and what are you willing to sacrifice? And I don't have the answer for that for anybody. It all comes down to the individual person, obviously. There are times that I do sacrifice time with my family. I try to keep that to a minimal, but, I still got to run traps on the weekends. I can't just sit at home and watch TV with them all day. So, but for the most part, I try to be home every evening, try to spend time with them, and that's tough. Then it comes down to the evening. You had a good catch that day, you skin some, family comes home, you go inside, spend time with them, see them, ask them about their day. Guess what? When they're going to bed, you're going right back out here to the shop to keep working. So that's probably the hardest part of me, the hardest thing for me to find my drive is after a long day of trapping, you're cozy on the couch, and then when they go to bed at 10, you got another 2 hours of skinning at least out in the shop just to get back up at 5 o'clock to do it all over. And that kind of, I think, bothers a lot of people, or they're not willing to do it. I know some that definitely are, and I'd be lying to you if I said it works out for me every single night, because it doesn't. There's times where it's like, you know what, I'm just going to bed. But that means you're doubling your load for the next day, so you better be prepared for that as well. So, but no, I just wanted to kind of let you guys know where this slogan or saying, if you will, that I have, it goes for every aspect of life. I truly believe, though, a successful trapping season is won in the shop beforehand. You got to have all your ducks in a row, going as far as, like, I've got a couple light bulbs to replace in here so I can see better. Just little things like that, little tricks that make things go smooth. This year I think I'm going to be rearranging my fur handling stations to make them more efficient. It should save me 8 to 10 seconds per raccoon. Sounds silly, right? 8 to 10 seconds. That's huge in the long run. 8 to 10 seconds. Say it's 40 a day. Okay, there's 400 seconds. What was that? 6.5 minutes. So 6.5 minutes a day at a week. You've saved almost an hour. So, anything you can do to make yourself better, more efficient, run smoother, it's worth it in the long run. So, anyway, guys, we got about another, I think I'm going to do about this other pack of 6 here and call it a night, but just kind of want to do a video and kind of let you guys know that you can do it. Go out there and find your drive, guys.